Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Anate Shorto. Today, well, I will have to say it's been a crazy weekend, so I haven't been able to record anything. So now I'm back, and I'm gonna get started. Um, if you guys watched, spoiler alert here, if you guys watched Star Wars: The Last Jedi, they killed Ackbar off in the most meaningless way ever. They could have done a better job with killing off Ackbar, making him more heroic. But unfortunately, they did not, and that's the disappointment. And I hate that they did that. So, but what I want to talk about is having a couple of different Ackbars added into the game to commemorate, the most famous "It's a Trap" character, the most famous character to bring in to a lot of the memes of Star Wars. Of course, there were other memes, but he was always the one that was warning people of traps. And unfortunately, for this new Star Wars canon, they killed him off in not a heroic way. He was just killed off, and I felt so bad. And I feel like they did that because they didn't want him interfering with the purple hair lady, Vice Admiral Haldo or whatever, because Disney has a thing where they're trying to make female characters really popular, and back in the day, I felt like Star Wars did really well with the female characters. They didn't need, yeah, they could have probably added a few more, but they didn't need them to be like all super heroic and stuff. And I felt like just getting rid of, the purple haired lady, kudos to, the actress who did really well with her, doing really well with her, her part, but I just didn't feel like that was a character worth bringing into the Star Wars. I felt like that heroic sacrifice, the sacrifice of turning a ship into light speed, blowing up First Order ships, should have been Admiral Ackbar. He should have been away. He was attending something while General Leia was holding down the fort in the bridge. The bridge gets destroyed. She comes, does her superwoman thing or whatever. And then, Ackbar takes over. And Poe still, does his little... Probably Poe wouldn't have done his little thing. And maybe there would have been a different strategy that Ackbar could have used compared to Vice Admiral Haldo, because Admiral Ackbar was way more experienced. But unfortunately, they killed off an experienced character. So, but anyways, I want to talk about adding two characters to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes gameplay. And I feel like it'd be great to add two more. Yes, I know we already have Admiral Ackbar in the game. But I feel like adding two more Ackbars to the game, they would have a little bit different, kits and whatnot. But I feel sold. I feel sold on this way. Yeah, I like, same way with like Lobot, is having that ability to, do the assists with the original Admiral Ackbar. But like Lobot does droids, but then we also have Captain Ackbar that does Galactic Republic. So this means he could call in, well, of course he calls in R2. R2's called in on all the instances between him and Admiral Ackbar, but he also calls in Jedi. He calls in clone troopers. He calls in Cup. He calls in Coruscant Underworld Police to assist because he's working with Galactic Republic. So I feel like, I know it does sound weird in a way to have a copy, at least of a leader. Of course, like this this Captain Ackbar would have a different basic because he has a different weapon. So he would have a different kit, but I feel like the leadership should still, be similar to what it is. Galactic Republic gains 30 speed, maybe 45 tenacity, 30 speed, and then has the assist chance. And maybe another ability to change it up a bit. Maybe not tenacity, maybe critical avoidance, something a little different, but similar to the current Admiral Ackbar. Because all the Han Solos did have some similarities, but they always did something different. And I feel like at least the leadership of all the Ackbars should be the same. And yes, I am going with Admiral Ackbar either from The Force Awakens or the one that he dies on the bridge, the Last Jedi version would be great to add in. Of course, these would, call resistance to assist. So, you could play around with that idea. I will admit, though, one thing is you could have a either Captain Ackbar or the Resistance Admiral Ackbar. He would probably, I feel like he would be a Grand Admiral Ackbar, in my opinion. I didn't see any recognition of, because he was an admiral anyway, so, or high admiral, or whatever the highest of admiral ranks there are. I'm not familiar with that. But when I was looking through, it didn't say anything different, so he's probably just a regular Admiral Ackbar. At least they could have given him a higher rank, like he got a huge promotion. That's really what should have happened. But for the most part, having an Admiral Ackbar support for Resistance or for Galactic Republic and Resistance, I feel like it'd be great. Yeah, it is going to be, they'd be similar, they'd be different. And yes, it is supporting light side, but at least we'd be getting something that's not a rebel Grand Admiral or Admiral Ackbar. And again, like I said, they should, call at least the Resistance one Grand Admiral Ackbar parentheses Resistance or something. But I will say though, having these two would change light side battles and Cantina battles, because you could have each Ackbar and then throw in R2-D2. Then throw in, say like General Kenobi and a few other, like a healer, like Barriss Offee and a couple other characters. And you could just sit there and just have R2-D2 be assisting a bunch, the two Ackbars be assisting a bunch. Of course, if it's a Galactic Republic, you don't want, you probably want to use Resistance instead. So you're only getting like R2-D2 to assist a bunch. So that, there could be, those crazy gameplays for Cantina and light side battles, but I think it'd be kind of a fun, cool concept for the game. It would be a little different. It would, like I said, there would be some similar kits. Maybe not all of the Ackbars grant speed, but even though I feel like Galactic Republic could have a speed boost, a really good speed boost outside of, Qui-Gon Jinn lead, Zeta lead, but then there's also Resistance that could have a speed boost, so you're focused on, speeding up the regular Rey or Jedi Training Rey, and then, BB-8, you're speeding BB-8 up so they can, do a lot of damage. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on Admiral Ackbar, or Captain Ackbar. I feel like, rest in peace, Ackbar. I feel like you did really well. Unfortunately, they had to kill you off in the worst way scenario. He should have been like even at worst case, he went to go to the space restroom or something, or even like he was actually stationed in a different hangar bay, or not hangar bay, the other command bridge. So like he was in a different command bridge, because they went from one command bridge to the other. So they destroyed one, but there's still another one. So they could have, had him in another command bridge, like the main bridge, and then the bridge that Leia was destroyed and, wasn't like the main command bridge. It was the secondary or third command bridge. And then Ackbar would have been the main one. We wouldn't have needed the purple hair lady, even though, like I said, the actress did a great job. But, I don't know. I felt like that could have been, Ackbar's fate could have been developed so much better, especially since that ship is, even though it was probably customized compared to older Mon Calamari ships mostly were best ran by Calamari. And so it would make more sense for Ackbar to sacrifice himself, because he'd have better control over, the ship as a single pilot versus Haldo, where she's human and she's not, familiar with Calamari ships maybe, but of course, everything's advanced so that Calamari ships, could be used by every and all species. So, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Ackbar. Again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. For all those that have been watching, I like making these videos. I'm seriously continuing to do more, and I'm given the time frame in the next 3 weeks, I will definitely have a better recording system, better microphone, and I'll probably even be doing a lot more videos. because I have a lot of videos I want to put out, but right now I'm kind of limited to what I have. So yeah, definitely wait for that. I'm definitely going to have like a boost in finance, and I'll be, investing into my YouTube channel a bit more, and I'm excited for that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Until then, you're still going to be watching videos from my tablet or my phone until I get that changed out. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and, let me know what you guys think. How could have Admiral Ackbar's fate been? How would have Admiral Ackbar's fate been, best determined? In my opinion, I feel like, he should have taken the place of Admiral Haldo. It would have meant, it would have been a bigger sacrifice than what we got to meet someone new and she just disappears. It's like, it wasn't impactful. I felt like the movie would have carried a little more weight, a little more good, feel towards sacrificing a familiar character. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below on how Admiral Ackbar's fate should have ended. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.